Welcome, sir.
Thank you. My name is Stan Clouse, S-T-A-N-C-L-O-U-S-E, and I am the current mayor of Kearney. And I am obviously here to speak in opposition. I hadn't realized that I yielded most of my time to Senator Hadley because he's taking everything that I was going to say. But what I would like to touch on is the process and how the local group, how that impacted us. And the first thing we did is you've heard us talk about the mayor's group, and he referenced a letter. You're seeing that. So we were all in agreement. We knew that this was going to take place. And then we waited around for what the proposal is from the state. We waited for the RFP. We didn't know what was going to be in it like anyone else. We were all on the same level playing field. When we got it, we had the opportunity to ask questions. There was a week or two time period in there where we could ask questions for clarification. Then we submitted our proposals. Then once the proposals came out, and then they made their site visits, we all had the same amount of time with our site visits, and then they went back and scored it. And we waited until we saw what the results were going to be. So in our view, once the Appropriations Committee got involved, they laid out criteria. And it was very transparent. As we look at how the process played out, we talked about it. It was laid out through the Appropriations Committee, and every step of the way, in the reports of the legislature, as Senator Hadley referred, it was a transparent process. And we didn't know until anyone else did what the results were of the selection. Now, what I will tell you, though, is that by the delays and the undermining of what's going on in this process, it has significantly impacted our ability to integrate the veterans and bring them into the fold so that we can start working with them and help make a transition. It's very difficult when we don't know what's going on, and then we introduce legislation that may or may not kill it, and we're working on federal funding so that we can move ahead with the project. Because that is a Veterans First group that we've created, has been created. They're raising money for endowments, and we're working on processes every day to help integrate the veterans in. The problem is we can't go over there and meet with the veterans and start working with them because we're not sure where we're going to end up. And so we want some clarification as to where we're going to go with this. And our citizens deserve an answer, and the other communities that we work with, Hastings, North Platte, we all follow the same process. We expected to be treated fairly, and in their eyes and our eyes, the process worked. So that's just briefly some of the comments that we had, and I would certainly yield any questions if you may have.
Thank you, sir. Questions from the committee? I don't see any. Thank you for your testimony, Mr.